all ready.
We're ready.
Just make those bigger. There we go. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And begin.
I can't do shit, but I know I want to. Maybe if we talk about it, I'll find shit to do. I got a brain somewhere and you got one too. Da-ba-da-da, something to be fucking do.
Hi.
Hi.
Found something funny already?
I'm just remembering a couple of podcasts ago where you went like this.
Yeah.
And I just made the memory of it.
memory. It's like sense memory now. Just gross you out on contact. Yeah. Word from the street. I've got some word from the street.
Word from the street.
Word from the street. Hold on, I've got to find it. Yeah, there we go.
Page 3.
Word from the street. 9,000 views, bruv. Numbers don't lie. And when I do this video for Mr. Nice Guy, that prick can fuck off. That was some guy walking past my window. Word from the street.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's good. We're getting up to date. We're just touching in with the community and all that.
Yeah. I didn't say hi or anything. I just heard it. He literally, like, you might have heard him. He passed not long before you got here. I just thought I'd write it down.
We keep an eye on this guy.
Yeah. Well, most of the word from the street
is
the guy next door washing cars, and he's just talking about washing cars.
To nobody.
Well,
I like washing cars. Everything is functioning nominally.
Yeah.
Surveillance is still going well.
Yeah, that's right. Him. Yeah, but no, this guy, I guess he must live down the road, and he's got 9,000 views. Evidently, he also, I didn't make a note of this. I should have done for like historical record, but he also got a business account, and that's what lets him know this stuff.
Okay.
I don't know the difference between a business account on YouTube and a regular account, but I know how many views we've got. It's not 9,000. But it's
we've nearly hit 100 on one of the videos.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good though. But I've got it. Well, what we need to do is hook up and do a video with Mr. Nice Guy, like this guy is.
Yeah. Yeah, don't go through this guy. Go over his head straight to Mr. Nice Guy.
Straight to Mr. Poach him. Poach Mr. Nice Guy.
Listen up. We've got a song about being out of context.
Yeah.
We'll do a rap video and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had a good week.
Yeah. It's been good. Like more gesticulating. Just sorting some work out. Got some work on Monday, which is good.
That's good.
And other than that, promotion and building business and praying for relief.
Yeah. Well, we had a venture. I had ventured out and accidentally helped you out with some stuff.
Yes.
That was weird. Like, yeah. It was basically you were doing some filming, and I became the lighting man.
Yes,
which is a weird role, but I guess it's like everyone kind of goes through that. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Well, I was filming at Silverstone a couple of weeks ago, and I was technically the lighting man. Like, except I didn't have a light. I had a big reflector, so they didn't even trust me with electronics. I was just like, look, you just work with the sun.
Yeah, you're doing a tug of war with an exploding ball of fire in the sky. Go.
Yeah. Why are you so nervous?
Yeah. But I had this lighting stick that is basically a flashbang. So just like whenever you're in a low lit place, you're like, okay, let's go. Boom.
Yeah.
I'm just like, just point it at traffic. Okay. I don't mind.
It's a good light.
Yeah, it works. Yeah. It definitely worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. It was good. So yeah, work prospects are good.
Yeah, things slowly picking up. I think it is going to be a thing of like, I am going to have to do some shit that I really don't want to do for a while until like I've got good stuff on the books.
Right.
Not like film wise, just like temp work and shit.
Oh, okay.
It is going to fall into that. Unless like I've got like a threshold of a certain amount I need to have on the books each month before I can kind of be like, I don't have to do anything I don't want to do now.
Yeah.
yeah, it's picking up slowly. It'll take a few months, I think, but yeah, definitely on the way. All good.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a busy week.
Yeah. You messaged me yesterday, just like, I'm sorry, it's been what happening. You seemed stressed.
I'm usually very on the ball about when something needs doing. So, oh yeah, cool. There you go. Like, there's everything you need. But this week I was like, I tried to do it Sunday, couldn't do it. Tried to do it Monday. I was like, I could do it in the evening. then we can get it done. Just it's just been weirdly busy and productive in weird ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just like I said, there's a little bit of there's still like this kind of. I'm enjoying doing the podcast a little bit more, all the little kind of different aspects of it. So like, try playing around with video editing, try playing around with filming some stuff.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's really, I've always been in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And it's like, not in any real way, but just like whenever we've done performance-wise stuff, I've always been the person taking direction.
You've been the talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just
industry term.
Never, not real term. But like, I've never been like in responsible for somebody else's thing to happen and trying to get somebody else to make it happen.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, can you do that again? But just don't fuck it up, please. I want to go to bed.
It's a different experience. Yeah.
It's a different thing. It's another learning thing. It's all fun.
Yeah, but it's trying to maintain an understanding as well that whoever's in front of the camera, most of the time, particularly at this level, they don't know like what it takes either.
Yeah,
like they're doing the best they can.
Yeah, definitely.
And like it's a tug of war between the two of you to kind of
the sun.
Yeah, to produce something that you're both happy with.
Yeah. But yeah, just another weird little experience. Another one of those things where I go like, I could enjoy doing this for myself, but I think that if I wasn't in charge of, or I didn't have some kind of link to organising it, like I think It's Always Sunny. I think Charlie Day was talking about, like, he was interviewed and was asked like, what's the difference between doing improvising stuff on the set of It's Always Sunny and then going off to do like the Horrible Bosses. He goes, what's the difference? He's like, yeah, it's definitely a difference in terms of like, if I think I want to write something new, I can always do that in It's Always Sunny. But like in more professional stuff, they're like, no, just do your thing, play around a little bit, but do your thing. And then that's kind of it. So I think, if I was trying to film somebody who I did not have an actual relationship with, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, it gives you. I'd say it gives you a shorter fuse, but it's weird, man. It's like there's a skill to that, that completely transcends the idea of like physical technical skill.
Yeah.
Like being able to work a camera and being able to light scenes and the sound recording and all of that. Like there is actually dealing with people. Yeah. In that scenario, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah,
altogether.
And to be clear, like, I'm only realizing now that there's a few different people who might be like, "Are they talking about us?" Like, no, I'm not talking about you. This is generally something that has nothing to do with the podcast that I was recording for a friend of mine. Yeah, and it was just like, ugh, it's a weird experience to be like, just say your line. You've got one line. Please say your line. Please, that's all you need. It's all good.
Yeah.
But been up and down and busy, and I've also been doing. I still don't like social media, but I am starting to get more into the rhythm of it. Like, I had a conversation with you briefly as we were setting up for the podcast about posts that different people made that conflicted with something, which I think is I'm a social media person conversation that I would never have had before. But it's strange. Like, trying to talk to other podcasters. One is, it's interesting because lots of people have multiple podcasts, like 5 podcasts that they manage. And that maybe they're not all weekly, maybe there's some weekly and some are series and some are monthly and all that kind of stuff. They've got all these things going on. But I asked a question about editing, because editing audio, we literally got down to 30 seconds, if that, which was tag on the intro, tag on the outro, compress it first.
That's the thing, like with
tag on the intro and the outro.
With the live feeds. It's so much easier now. We don't barely have to do anything. Compression, equalization, export it. That's it.
Yeah. And see, I was just curious. I was like, we spend 30 seconds and there's so many services being offered in the podcasting community, like $1 a minute and I'll edit your podcast. It's like $1, like
$1 a minute.
What to do what? Like, what do people do? But then because when we first, the first release of, I think we did like 3 episodes at once.
Yeah.
You said you did quite a lot of editing in terms of wording, ums and ahs and
Yeah.
pauses and that.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I don't understand, but I think it's because I only listen to very specific podcasts, which is very open. This is obviously a podcast, and it's obviously people talking to each other. So there's no really that production value, I think, associated with it.
Yeah.
But then I think we use quite a bit of equipment that helps with that. Like even stuff like pop mics and
Yeah.
and mixer. You know?
Like I think the thing that's worked best for us is assembling a setup that has allowed us to be as one shot as possible.
Yeah.
So it's everything that we have just captures everything in the room as it happens, and that's it. And we can just work with that. But initially, like we were, I would go through and cut out stutters and ums and ahs and gaps. Like there was like gaps while I was like looking up articles and shit like that,
Right.
like stuff like that. That now we almost cover for instinctively.
That's my theory, is that after a while we've just kind of gotten used to it.
Yeah.
And I think face-to-face helps a lot. 'Cause I think a lot of people do like VoIP interviews
And fuck that.
with like Skype, and I can imagine that would result in a lot of communication confusion.
Yeah.
Of like latency, and I spoke over you, you spoke over me.
But there's
you're
so many cues that you take off people that are
Yeah.
just like a face-to-face thing. It's like I know when you're gonna talk over me, and vice versa. I think like there's you know where to stop your point so the other person can talk.
Yeah, and you can kind of gauge as well if you are talking over each other, who's going to finish.
Yeah.
Who's be like, oh yeah, cool, and then I'll take my cue afterwards.
Not to become a podcast that talks about podcasting, but like it's
yeah. No, again, just another thing that I was kind of interested in. So looking around and asking around.
Yeah.
Loads of people do like 3 hours, a ratio of 1 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
So if they do an hour podcast, it takes 3 hours of
It's
editing.
nuts, man.
But I think,
But
the only other
it's
thing was
style
adding
as
in-
well. Like what maybe a part of that for them is the fact that they love like audio work.
Yeah.
I can definitely understand that. Like spending the time to try and get like a proper like NPR quality thing, which ours isn't, like not off the bat, but that's not what we go for.
Yeah, I think live feed that we do, like they said, like adding like background music and adding sound effects is like, oh well, that's live for us.
Yeah.
So then that removes that whole editing process from us. But yeah, I mentioned compression because that's the only thing that I know. Just the word. Don't know what it does. But it was like, yeah, we just do compression. People are like, what's compression? And then it started a whole thing about starting it out. I said it balances things. Is that right?
Yeah,
Alright
so it lowers your peaks and raises your lows. It just like compression is like antidepressants for audio.
Okay. All right.
It lowers your highs
right.
and it raises your lows. So everything is just kind of more in the middle.
Depressed.
Yeah.
So got some stuff this week. So it'll be a slightly different episode. Be interesting to go, I think. But yeah, it's a bit more creative. But it's been a weird news week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plane flying through the sky. Man flying a paper plane. Planes. Right.
There's just
that.
It was easier, right?
So there's a lot of plane stuff.
There's a lot of plane stuff.
So much so
this
that
week.
it garnered a segment.
Yeah, at the beginning,
Planes.
the top of the show, planes.
Planes.
Just loads of
Well,
news
no,
stuff.
no. Word on the street.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
Top
sorry.
of the show.
Oh, we're not worthy. We're not
Took a lot of preparation.
Mr. Nice. But yeah, just everything I saw was just related to planes.
Yeah.
So
I've got a plane story, so you're probably going to cover it.
Okay, yeah, maybe. A naked man has been arrested in Moscow after trying to board a plane while shouting about how clothes made him less agile and aerodynamic. Let me through. Where'd you close? That would just hinder the whole flight.
Why are you trying to slow me down? I'm late.
Yeah, we'll all get this.
We'll get there sooner if I'm naked. But there's a theory behind swimming, isn't it?
Aerodynamic.
Like, get everything off, swimming cap, shave, body hair slows you down, apparently.
Yeah.
Did he shave?
Maybe, I'm assuming so. If you're going to go naked on a plane, you're going to shave. That's my theory.
Yeah. If you're gonna consult aerodynamics, like you'd.
Yeah, but it's just what he's gonna walk on the wing.
Yeah.
I'm adding to this whole experience. No, you're not aerodynamic if you're in a tube.
No.
But let's not try and deconstruct this. It's just genius in every way. Eyewitnesses said the would-be passenger, he got on the plane, he's a passenger.
Yep.
Passed through checks. Trying to board a plane. Oh, yeah. So
Okay.
maybe Wimby is would-be. Passed through checks at Domodedovo Airport before suddenly taking off all his clothes and running onto the jet bridge. So he was like, oh, passports, all that, security check, that's fine. And go! He shouted that he was naked because clothing impairs the aerodynamics of the body. He flies with more agility when undressed. A witness told Russian Channel.
You're not flying. Like,
But I am.
you're doing like a wing walk. Oh, yeah.
Airport staff prevented the man from boarding his flight to Crimea, and he was later detained by police officers. Fellow passengers told Ren TV that the man did not appear drunk. Well, he wasn't drunk.
Yeah. Because alcohol impairs your aerodynamics.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, your blood's thinner, which means you way more.
Well, I think you're just less stable. You need to be quite rigid to be aerodynamic.
That's true. You need to fly in formation like a goose.
Yeah.
So you need to be ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a great way to board a plane.
Naked.
Not as well. Is it better or worse than going on a plane as banana, as we've discussed hundreds of episodes ago?
Episode 1,
Was it?
I think.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, about how I went to Japan and I regret not dressing up as a banana when I went because I thought that would have been funny. And then I was like, I don't want to jeopardize my...
Zorro, Stalin, and the Judge. That was the episode name.
Oh, cool.
I don't know why. Yeah, because it's fine.
Trauma.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely, I'd say it's more aerodynamic than a banana.
This
but
is true.
Still not as interesting.
No. Yeah.
Like, I don't think
banana raises more questions. I think naked man yelling about aerodynamics. Like that, I've answered that question.
Yeah, like
no
the thing, I think, yeah, if someone's naked, you're not like, generally you're not, why is he naked? Most people are like, can you stop being naked, please?
Yeah.
But if you're a banana, there is definitely a why question.
Yeah.
Like, because it's not offensive. You're not going to hurt anyone's feelings, or people aren't going to shield their children from a banana.
This is true.
But
yeah, I'd say he should have gone banana.
More interesting. Just fruit.
The fruit in general, passion fruit,
Yeah.
guava.
Yeah. Tomato.
Yeah. In other plain news,
Big plain news.
a British Airways flight to Dusseldorf accidentally landed in Edinburgh.
And there it is.
Yeah, I thought it's been everywhere.
Yeah.
But there's a few things that I really like about it. They left from London City Airport, but they just passengers didn't realise until when it landed. The captain said, "Welcome to Edinburgh," and people just thought it was a joke. Edinburgh, Edinburgh, Germany. She added that passengers assumed it was a joke when the pilot initially made the announcement and the plane was about to land. According to one account, the pilot then took a show of hands from passengers to see who had expected to land in Germany. That's my favourite bit, is the captain coming out going, right, some of you have been saying we're meant to be in Germany. Who wanted to go to Germany? That's the whole plane. Very serious German businessmen. Right, yeah.
Made a plane full of Germans late.
Just a show of hands. What a great way, what a great modern way to quickly poll data about how panicked you should be about your job.
Who's surprised?
Yeah. Who is Scottish? Nobody. Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Fair enough. Now, next one. Again, another thing that I think we might have covered before.
All right.
But I think we've done it is now in a different place. But I feel like it's the same thing. A pilot is believed to have crashed a stolen plane into a clubhouse hosting a baby shower in a bid to kill his wife.
No. The one we did before was a guy crashing a plane into his own house.
Oh, yes.
To take out his wife.
So it is very close.
But it's similar.
It's copycat.
This is, yeah.
Yeah, dozens of guests were forced to flee the party. Well, there's a plane in it.
Yeah. If the plane's already there, why not just...
on fire.
Oh, right. The fire makes it more urgent.
Yeah, I think like loads of parked cars were on
What kind
fire.
of plane? Like a big plane?
Don't know. We'll find
Like
out
a
maybe.
Boeing.
One of those space planes. Big weird thing full of bits. Dozens of guests were forced to flee on Saturday after Charles Viljoen, pretty good name, not great name, pretty good name, repeatedly flew past dangerously low in what witnesses described as a menacing way.
Can you see him? Can you see,
Just glare out the window. So yeah, he must. I think he flew past the clubhouse several times in a menacing way, and then eventually was like, "Yeah, let's do it," and then smashed into the place. He turned up uninvited at a party. He was at a party. Who invited this plane? No, okay. He turned up uninvited at a party near an airport, I think, shortly after he had a big argument with his wife. South African newspaper The Citizen reports that some witnesses said there was no physical altercation or argument at the event. That's all I've gotten there. So yeah, they had an argument in some kind of public place. He went and got a plane and flew it into his wife. I think he was the only casualty though.
Oh,
So, he failed. Yeah, but yeah, it's one of those things. Like, yeah, I swear we did this, but I thought this happened in America for some particular. We've had a few plane crash stories.
yeah. There was the
menacing way.
the menacing way is interesting. I think menacing way is definitely the highlight of that.
Yeah,
I definitely prefer the guy trying to kill his wife.
yeah.
But I think
he was trying to.
Yeah.
In this one as well.
Oh right, okay,
But
fair enough.
I
Is this it's like plane homicide? Is it a aero homicide?
I think it's World War II kamikaze,
Yeah.
because that was like plane, wasn't it?
Well, that was
that only
typically
by
the
planes?
Japanese, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's just like that is adopting different cultures. And
Yeah.
South
No, that's good.
Africa.
That's an open-minded way to kill your wife.
PC. Yeah. Just what a way to go. There's just something so funny about dying from the sky.
Yeah.
I think that's just great. I've always found a helicopter crash is funny. I've said many times before that the bride who tried to surprise her groom at her wedding
Very
crashed and
surprising.
died. That's great. That's one of my happy memories of just like telling the groom that no, she died in a helicopter crash.
What?
Yeah, and then this has happened twice. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's a trend.
yeah, it's a hashtag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hashtag plane
Yeah.
in my face.
And then there was the baggage handler that stole the plane.
Yeah.
It was great.
He was just drunk.
Yeah.
He just didn't want to go to prison. So when he went up in the air, he was like, I don't want to come down now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guy was a hero.
Fun in the sky.
Big plane news.
Big plane news.
In other smaller plane news, a drunk passenger on an American Airlines flight urinated on another passenger's luggage. Becomes news. The incident occurred a week after an airline passenger shouted that cabin crew were paedophiles. All cabin crew are paedophiles. The man, named only as Henry, allegedly drank a bottle of vodka during the flight and then became aggressive and verbally abusive. Henry, don't piss on someone's luggage.
Yeah.
Isn't all luggage kept above head height?
That's impressive.
Yeah, especially on a moving plane.
Like, yeah, yeah. But do things work like that in planes? Like I know,
Urinating.
like, the whole kind of like in a car, you feel like you're being pinned to your seat somewhat.
I think only
I
when
guess
there's
like that in a plane when there's
acceleration.
acceleration. Yeah. So, yeah, I only ever really notice it when you're on coaches and you're trying to walk to the back or to the front, like you're always just going all over the place,
Yeah.
or buses or whatever. But like, yeah, no,
There's less resistance.
in planes, it always seems like once you're at like once you're cruising,
Yeah,
it's like you're on the ground, except for the turbulence.
kind of. Yeah, there's like a little
There's
bit
no
of
turbulence on a
on a bus.
yeah. That would be surprising.
But yeah, just doesn't explain why he urinated on another person's luggage. Just did. That's Henry.
He's drunk. Oh, Henry.
Oh dear. I need to quickly double check. Yep, that's all cool.
Get any facts right?
These seem quite quick, almost as if they should be in a quick segment. And I don't know if they're meant to be.
Oh.
But I'll tell you what, we'll
It's quickfire segment.
quickfire segment.
Still a seagull.
Yeah, I can't beat it.
Oh, right. Seagull. I think
looked for a
Seagull
few.
probably the best one.
It makes
Yeah,
me
like the
laugh
first
every
one
time.
was the
There's
escalators. It's just kind of
It's
random
just something
stock.
that is quick.
But no, the Seagull is. I appreciate that.
Give me the chip.
And seagulls fly. So
Planes. There you go.
Yeah.
It was all planned. In other plane news, an airport police officer shot his colleague before turning the gun on himself. Oh.
Is that strictly speaking plain news, or is it just that he works?
It's an airport police officer.
Oh right.
So
Guy
there you
gets
go.
shot. Was he in a plane? No.
He was near one.
He was near a lot.
Was
of
he a
them.
baby shower?
Yeah.
After a heated argument inside the domestic flights terminal in Turkey, local media reports.
Domestic
flights. So it was in an airport.
Yeah.
And they worked for the airport, and they were having an argument. He said, "Well, fuck you!" Bang, 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 bang.
Christ. Why? How did
Yeah,
he get into
it's
the
funny, though.
airport with a gun?
Well, they're officers. They probably
Oh.
have guns.
Oh.
They're two airport police officers. This always happens with quickfire segments. Something
I
happens
get.
to you.
I get
think
confused.
the quick
Seagulls.
Seagulls. Chips.
Um,
Yeah, so they're two police officers who work for the airport. So
Yeah.
like airport security. And they were having an argument. So one of them was like, "Well, I win." Bang, bang, bang.
I've never gotten heated with someone at work to the point where I would have shot them if I got a gun. It
don't-
makes me
yeah.
think that there's some kind of history there already.
I don't know if this is healthy, but I am getting more and more of an urge to headbutt someone.
Well, and that's all the time we've got for this week.
Technical difficulty. But yeah, there's something about now that I'm like, whenever I've been out of the house and in a situation, like out socializing, be like, oh, if someone approaches me now, I would love to headbutt them. I just need to have the right reason to.
Yeah.
I think that'd just be a great experience.
Headbutts are funny. They just are.
They are, just like planes crashing into pregnant
Yeah.
women's showers. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can figure out why they were arguing. At least 4 shots were fired inside the airport in central Turkey. After the 2 officers argued, one just drew his pistol and fired 3 shots and then shot himself. After the incident, which happened at 4:20 p.m., that's relevant. What time was it? 4:20. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. A large number of police and ambulances were rushed. The cause of the argument isn't known. Is not yet known. I think you won't know.
They're both dead.
Yeah. You will never shoot me. Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Well, if you shoot me, you won't shoot yourself. Yes, I will. Bang, 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 bang. Oh.
Everybody wins.
Yeah, that was quick.
Yeah.
In other plain news, there's a lot. I think I've just realised that this isn't the quickfire segment.
Yeah.
I'll do it afterwards.
You just spent the week at an airport.
Yeah,
Just
staring at someone and laughing at seagulls.
yeah.
That's been pretty much it.
Word from the airport.
This is the last plain one, but yeah, there's just loads in my feed for some reason. NASA, which is an airport, NASA's the Air Force, isn't it?
NASA's the biggest air force. Biggest airport.
Is it the
Yeah.
space?
It's the North American Space Agency.
Yeah, which is Air Force. It's not Navy, is it?
Is it the Air Force?
I think it's the Air Force.
Oh, fair enough.
Pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has cancelled all female spacewalk, citing lack of spacesuit in the right size. So
We haven't got it in your size, love.
So the way that this has been presented is
Yeah.
like, oh, there's not enough female astronaut suits because men, right?
Right.
But it's not. They go into more detail, and it's just kind of framed that way. But it's like, no, like people grow in space. Apparently, you get 2 inches taller.
Yeah, because
Right.
your spine decompress.
All that
Yeah.
jazz.
Everything.
And just I think they were trying to frame it as a giant leap for womankind, as like a big, I don't know, look at what age we're in now that we can throw 2 women into space.
I'm progressive.
You go do that.
Yeah.
Monday, they only have access to 1 correctly sized spacesuit top by Friday when the walk was scheduled. One of the 2 women on the mission, Anne McLean, yes, will now have to give up her place to a male colleague. It's like, well, it's not just because they can't have another woman.
Ah, rubber.
Yeah, basically, it's just one he fits in the suit that's
Yeah.
there. It's not the gap.
It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. You get in the suit
Yeah,
and get out.
yeah.
And let's
won't
just
fit.
watch.
Yeah.
Bye, Susan.
She thought that a large-sized suit would be fine, but after a spacewalk last week found that the medium size was a better fit and would be the most appropriate suit to wear to venture back outside the International Space Station.
Right.
She trained in medium and large and thought she could use a large, but decided after last Friday's spacewalk a medium is better.
I was trained in both medium and large, multi-skilled.
Yeah, multi-sized.
Yeah.
I could be medium or large.
Yeah. Depending on whether I'm in orbit.
So she's just said, like, I would work better in a medium. There's no medium, and I think they're already in space.
Yeah.
From what I've just read, it sounds like they're already in space.
Yeah, it's not like they can just get one from the stock room.
Yeah.
Have you got one in the back?
Yeah. It's like, oh, there's not enough female spacesuits in space, and again, it's not female spacesuits. It's spacesuit sizes. There's not like a male size and a female size. It's just we don't have any more large.
Oh, space is so sexist. Hashtag me too at the sun. Or whatever.
Welcome to the void.
Yeah.
Me to the sun.
Yeah.
And me, Mercury. Okay, I think that was the end of the plane segment.
Oh.
Unfortunately. But it was a lot of... Yeah, it's landed. It's sad.
Oh, we've landed safely in Edinburgh.
Yeah. Who wants to be here? Nobody.
Nobody.
Another interesting fact, though.
Oh, yeah?
At least 7 people have been attacked by crocodiles or alligators and treated in England.
Why?
Which I don't understand.
We don't have any.
No.
Domesticated alligators.
No? Well, it doesn't
Like
say.
they attacked at
But
Chester
are there
Zoo.
that many? Oh, maybe that's what it means.
Have they got crocodiles at Chester Zoo?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, they have.
Or alligators. Yeah, so they'll have
Alligators,
something
yeah.
like that around.
Yeah.
See, well, that makes sense then.
Maybe you could class a man dressed as an alligator.
Yeah.
Lots
was that
of
thing
like
from-
football mascots.
What was that thing from Sooty and Sweep? There was an alligator in that, wasn't there?
It was a bear.
Was it?
Sooty was a bear.
Yeah, but there was other people. It wasn't all about
Sooty
Sooty.
and Sweep. Sweep was a dog.
There was
Sue
a
was a
panda.
panda.
there
And
was a
then
crocodile.
Matthew Corbett was a bloke.
Maybe I'm thinking of Punch and Judy. Was there a crocodile?
Punch and
in
Judy. Yeah,
and Judy?
yeah. There was.
And
And he
sausages.
would eat the sausages.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's
Well, there you
not
go.
strictly scripted. So variations of your Punch and Judy shows that you've seen may be different.
He may have cooked him before. He may
Yeah.
have not.
Yeah, most of the time they looked raw,
It was a pretty
which
weird thing.
I think is probably unsafe to
Yeah.
fling around raw pork
In a
around,
park.
at a park with an audience of children.
And raw crocodile.
Yeah,
Throwing it around.
yeah, yeah.
Other weird news. One person has been treated following contact with a centipede in the UK. Just first contact or
Just
musical contact, business contact?
we've made contact.
Get him to a hospital.
A centipede. He touched a centipede.
Just contact, following contact, in quotes. So he could have
So-
just been having a conversation. Never know.
He could have eaten it.
Yeah,
That would
That
make
would-
more sense.
yeah. You'd go to hospital. if
Are
you
they
ate centipede.
toxic?
Probably.
There are some of these bugs where like they have like a they do
Yeah,
have
they're
like
venomous
a
in
weird
some
kind
way.
of toxicity
Scorpions are toxic. 2 people have been stung by scorpions in the UK.
Well, they're not native, so it's obviously gotten out of someone's.
Yeah,
House.
maybe a zoo, maybe smuggled in. It's easier to smuggle a scorpion than a crocodile. People
Yeah,
have pet crocodiles.
you
don't
could
they?
smuggle in a crocodile egg.
Yeah. Do people have pet crocodiles? I think they might.
Maybe
Geckos?
in Texas.
Oh, they definitely do in Texas.
Yeah.
They have everything in Texas.
Mm.
They don't know whether. Yeah, they don't know whether the injuries were inflicted in the UK or abroad. So they might have been bitten by an alligator in Ghana, flown back to the UK, and been like, "Oh, my leg."
Oh right,
So
because NHS.
yeah, you seem peakish. Are you ill? It's like, oh well, I did have contact with a centipede.
Yeah.
Where? I don't want to. No more
Yeah.
questions. No comment.
And the centipede took your leg.
Yeah. It was a weird contact.
Yeah,
It was a third base.
big
that went
centipede,
wrong.
quite big.
Yeah, big Fred, but size of an alligator.
Yeah,
With a
looks a lot
scorpion's tail.
like an alligator, but I was assured by the
Sounded
insurance
like a
company that I
centipede.
was definitely petting a centipede.
Yeah. In other news, illusionist Uri Geller has told Theresa May he will not allow her to lead Britain out of the EU.
Oh well, thanks, Yuri.
In an open letter to the Prime Minister, the Israeli-British TV personality said he felt psychically and very strongly that most Britons were anti-Brexit and promised to stop the process telepathically. cheers, mate. I feel psychically and very strongly that you've just... Why would you say this is what he said and then have a quote of him saying that? Who are you, The Guardian?
Why would anybody listen to a total career fraud talk about the dishonesty of anyone else?
Yeah. That, and I seem to remember him having a very strange relationship with Michael Jackson, so I don't know whether this is him trying to... Yeah, Spoons and Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he was good mates with Michael Jackson.
He said to Theresa May, I love you very much, but I will not allow you to lead Britain into Brexit. As much as I admire you...
I love you very much.
I don't know why.
It's just all over the place.
Maybe he loves her. You don't know. As much as I admire you, I will stop you telepathically from doing this. And believe me, I am capable of executing it.
Oh,
don't make threats,
mate. The most threatening thing you've ever done is wreck someone's cutlery.
Yeah.
And even then it's a trick.
Yeah, and then be shown that anyone can do that if they know the trick.
Yeah.
No, but telepathic. So it's all fine.
Yeah.
Before I take this drastic course of action, I appeal to you to stop the process immediately while you still have a chance. Very threatening. Don't threaten people, mate.
Yeah.
He added, 3 years before you became Prime Minister, I predicted your victory when I showed you Winston Churchill's spoon. What? On my Cadillac, which I asked you to touch. He also claims that he is using the power of his mind to ensure that Jeremy Corbyn never gets the keys to number 10 Downing Street. Yuri, chill out, mate.
All over the place.
Yeah, what are you doing? Stop trying to fuck with everything. Don't like
Labour. Conservatives. Hate Europe.
Yeah.
I don't...
Spoons.
Yeah.
Geller rose to prominence in the 1970s with an act based on spoons. There you go. Oh, he was also... his skills of telepathy were tested by the CIA.
So
it doesn't say whether they were successful or not.
No.
It said they were tested, and now he's famous for spoons.
Yeah.
Okay, I think he'd be famous for more stuff.
If you could legitimately do the shit that he thinks he can do... I don't know if he's deluded himself into believing that he's actually magical.
Yeah.
But if you genuinely could, would you spend your days impressing people on daytime TV? Or would you be doing something more worthwhile? Or become some kind of supervillain?
Yeah.
You
There's
wouldn't...
better things that you can do than stopping Brexit.
If I could literally do the things that Uri Geller thinks he can do, the last person on earth I would be is Uri Geller.
He's got the power to not be himself. Yet he chooses every day to be himself. Okay, now I think it's time for quickfire news.
Oh, more seagulls. Hey, he's back.
I think. I'm not sure. We'll find out.
No, he was there.
Barbra Streisand. You know Barbra Streisand?
Yeah.
She's someone. Was she a singer? Did she do the Titanic song?
No, she did that. That was Celine Dion.
Oh, okay.
Celine Dion.
Not
Celine
Celine?
Barbra Streisand did.
So random.
She was in Hocus Pocus. That's all I know.
Oh, okay. Barbra Streisand was in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, she was the main witch. The one with the teeth.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
That's what I know her from, but she's apparently a massive singer, and I just like...
Okay.
Wind Beneath My Wings, that was her.
Oh, wasn't that R. Kelly?
No, that's I Believe I Can Fly.
Oh, planes!
Seagulls!
Yeah. Well, she's apologised about her remarks about Michael Jackson and the victims. I think she knows Steiber. Was it Steiber? I can't remember.
Yeah.
The lawyer that was defending the Cardinal, who was like, it's just plain vanilla sex. Was that
No,
Steiber?
Steiber was the hash brown guy.
Oh, well.
Legend.
Maybe she overheard him and then got to that guy. She basically said that the victims, she said this about the victims of Michael Jackson who were portrayed in the Neverland Ranch or Leaving Neverland documentary.
Yeah.
You can say molested, but those children, as you heard say, they were thrilled to be at Neverland Ranch. They both married and they both have children, so it didn't kill them. Oh, okay. Fair enough, Barbra Streisand.
Yeah.
Why are you talking? Why? Everyone wants to get either. She's been tricked into talking about something on mic and she wasn't. Because why are you talking
But
about
also,
this?
like, it's
She's not like releasing a new album. I don't think
it's having
not
a
like promotion.
it's having a filter, or not a filter. It's
Yeah.
having the time
Awareness.
to properly put across an idea.
Yeah.
So like you and me here could say some pretty stupid, ignorant shit. It's possible.
Potentially, yeah.
And I would probably say in the last 130 hours now, more than that, I definitely have.
Potentially.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
yeah. But you've also got the time to hash out what you mean by what you're saying.
Yeah.
Whereas the majority of celebrities that get into trouble is because of a tweet,
Yeah.
which is like, hey, it takes 5 seconds to read. It probably took less time to think about it and write it. And now it's going to follow you for all eternity and get you into fucking trouble. Because you haven't had the chance to explain yourself and no one's willing to let you.
Yeah, and there's
So,
definitely a burn the witch.
And the
culture.
only way to kind of get away from that is to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, rather than I did mean it, but I didn't mean it like that. Here's what I actually meant, because
Here's
no
more
one will give you the
information.
time, so it's not worth doing it.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of people that are in that have gone in that kind of situation.
yeah. And there's definitely a one strike rule when it comes to a lot of people where they're like, no, now this person can go fuck themselves. It's like, whoa,
Which is
Jesus
weird.
Christ.
It's weird, man,
Yeah.
because it's like, okay, so we're all happy with a system where people can kill each other, go to prison, and rehabilitate over 30 years, 40 years, whatever. But eventually they'll be let out, and we are tacitly consenting with that system and saying that's okay. You don't have to be friends with them when they get out. Maybe maybe you'll still hate them when they do, but we accept that someone has the ability to do their time
Yeah,
for something like that. But not if they tweet.
yeah. Especially like tweet from like 13 years ago.
Yeah. Then
Something
you're
crazy like
annexed
that.
from society
Yeah,
forever. You're annexed from the public square. You can't talk to people anymore.
yeah. There's just a weird thing of, it's that whole gotcha. It's like, well, I tweeted something stupid a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Could be part of some silly, random, stupid tweet. And you go, yep, cool, there you go. I tweeted at 1:30 in the morning today on the Pulling Teeth podcast Twitter account if anyone had a baby we could borrow.
Oh, I saw that and I was wondering.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of a good apology segment.
All right.
And I think a baby, like,
Well,
being
if we
held
could
up to
borrow
microphones.
someone's baby, I'm sure we could do something that would force us to apologise.
But I was looking for footage on stuff, and there's like all like businessmen apologising. It's like, that's not what. It's more of a baby just being forced to apologise for something stupid.
Oh,
So
right.
maybe we could borrow a baby, hold it in front of a microphone, and be like, apologise.
So you're sorry.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's it. So I was like, oh yeah, if
I'm a
anyone's got
baby.
Leave me alone. So yeah, Barbra Streisand. Understandable that you said something off the cuff that may not have been made sense, and you should be able to adjust what you've said. But why have you said anything? That's the thing that confused me. It's like if you're releasing a new album and you want to be in the news, I can kind of understand maybe that, but. Well, maybe she was friends with Michael Jackson. I don't know.
Also, like, you don't. I this Michael Jackson thing is. I don't get why it's still about. Like,
Well,
you don't have to defend him. You don't
Yeah.
have to apologise. There is nothing proven either way. Everything is fucking stories, and it's getting everyone into trouble for no reason. Just to dredge up shit from the past
But
that
for me, it's
nobody
like,
can prove.
This was happening like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It was like...
And
people
everything
didn't
was
care.
acquitted.
Yeah, and even though... And it was still questionable, and the things that you're saying are questionable were questionable back then as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, why weren't you angry about this 10 years ago when
Yeah.
it was in the public eye?
What?
It wasn't like Bill Cosby where like people weren't aware of it and then suddenly they were aware. It's like,
Yeah.
no, there were like documentaries made about this.
Yeah.
60 minutes special on it 10 years ago or something daft like that.
What
And nobody
new
cared.
facts, empirical
Yeah.
facts are available? Not stories, not someone changing their mind
Yeah.
about what happened or whatever. Like, it's very, like, it is possible that people get coerced into saying things or feel pressured to say certain things or whatever, but that doesn't mean that what they're saying now is reliable.
Yeah.
Or what they were saying then was reliable. All it does is muddy everything. So it's like, okay, so none of that is admissible. None
It's
of
just gossip at this point.
Yeah.
Just people gossiping. In other news, a soldier has been formally charged after losing his rag during a virtual battlefield exercise and killing his comrades.
Where's my rag?
The Edinburgh-based army rifleman is believed to be the first soldier to be punished under UK military law for offences in a video game. So it was like a military simulator
Right.
on PC.
Yeah.
And he was just really bored. So he killed everyone. And they're like, well, you've killed people. You go 30 days in the hole or whatever it is.
What?
Well, he disobeyed orders. Kind of makes sense. He's said to have been fed up with being stuck at a computer rather than training outside. He said,
Fair enough. You're a soldier. I want you to be outside.
Yeah, but you still have to do
protecting
stuff.
my freedom.
You still have to do stuff indoors. You have
I don't want soldiers on clerical duty.
drones, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
It'd be weird to be outside following a drone.
Yeah. So, like just scrolling through Excel spreadsheets. Like, I don't give a shit if you can do this.
But it's still discipline. I understand it's still discipline, right? It wasn't like incredible punishment.
Do what you're told. Fine.
Yeah.
But like, come on.
Well, he was supposed to be travelling in armoured vehicles through a really hostile built-up area.
That sounds more fun. That's more
In
soldiery.
in the game.
Oh, right.
One of the lads just lost his rag and opened fire, killing the soldier next to him. He then drove down the street, deliberately smashing into cars. It's safe to say the officers in a battalion did not find it as funny as we did. So it's like virtual training is basically what they're saying, and they're saying you should take
He
it more
fucking
seriously.
just went GTA. Like, it's...
Yeah, but if he did that in the real world, and admittedly it's very different, I completely understand, but the army can't go, oh yeah, that's fine, can they?
No, but you're
No, it's great.
you're arguing that like he might actually do it in the real world.
Well, no. Even without that, you just go, well, he's in a military exercise.
Yeah,
They're
you
training.
fail the exercise, but
And we're talking about like 3 days of cleaning the loos or something like
yeah,
that. It wasn't
okay.
like you're
Like,
out of the military.
Yeah,
Get out.
It's fine. Like, yeah, if you fail an assault course, you don't get punished for it. Like, you just failed. You were bad at that.
Yeah, you need to do it again.
Yeah,
maybe.
but I suppose if you sabotage yourself on
If you
it,
shot your friend
yeah,
in Avatar, yeah.
yeah. Like if you fucked about on it,
Yeah.
Like if you were meant to be clearing through an obstacle course and suddenly you started doing fucking somersaults over shit and it's just
Yeah.
like stop fucking
Especially
around.
disrupting everything else.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
yeah, kind of makes sense.
You're calling attention to yourself.
But, yeah, it'd be weird to be sentenced and punished for a video game offense.
Yeah.
Mexico's president has sent a letter to Spain and the Pope asking for an apology.
Why?
Because they conquered the region 500 years ago.
For fuck's sake.
He is said to have a quote of, I have sent a letter to the Spanish king, Felipe VI, or Philippe, I don't know, and another letter to the Pope so that the abuses can be acknowledged, an apology can be made to the indigenous people for the violations of what we now call human rights. All right, again, it's a weird way to spend your time.
Yeah.
It just seems strange to me that you're putting all your energy into that, which is clearly a PR stunt, I guess.
It's so stupid.
Don't see what's going to help.
Yeah, and he's like, I hate all this apologizing for the past shit. Like, this is controversial, but I hate fucking reparations. I think it's stupid.
It's
Like,
just a weird thing. It's just a strange thing to occupy your time.
yeah,
With time and resources being limited, why put money and time into trying to get dead people to pay you money?
yeah,
Like, oh yeah, but we'll make it so that their first line of bloodline they'll pay, and it's like you're doing all of this.
it's just
You
all
could just
nonsense.
you could just give out money everybody that, or just do something else. Why is this? And it's again, it's not really about the money; it's about something else. And you go like, well, there's a lot of confusing and bad things in the world that you can't get rid of. You just have to kind of accept that human beings are potentially bad and evil people. You can't fix that as much as you pretend to by not subscribing to certain channels or not liking certain things on Facebook. You just go like, oh, I live in my bubble now. So okay, but it's still the same out there.
Yeah.
You've just shrouded yourself. Yeah, but the government gave me $5,000. Okay, so you're saying that slavery is okay if it's $5,000?
Yeah,
Well, it's just nonsense.
yeah.
Don't understand it. But yeah, just Mexico. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And lastly, from the quickfire segment, which is a little bit longer, a tattooist known a tattooist known as Dr. Evil has been has been sentenced to 3 years and 4 months after he removed ears and nipples and tongues of willing clients. Willing clients, so they wasn't against their will. Just, you go in for a tattoo, ask for your ear to be
Sentenced
removed.
to how much?
3 years and 4 months. He split the tongue, so only removed a little bit. But removed ears and nipples.
Is there But it's
I'll edit
voluntary.
out that
It's voluntary, right? Like
It's
if someone
voluntary, yeah, but it's dangerous, isn't it? You can't go to your chiropodist and ask for a circumcision. I mean, you could, but they'd be like,
no, there are, and this is stupid, but there are voluntary amputees, people who are like I don't know,
Have no
I
legs or
can't remember what the
something like
term is,
Yeah.
but they're sort of, it's like trans, but being disabled.
right, yeah.
They're opting to disable themselves.
But you
by
can't do
losing
that at your
limbs
local
and things.
butcher, can you?
No.
No.
Why
But
is
you
that?
could
Is that who it
voluntarily-
was?
No, but while you could get it done,
Yeah.
you don't necessarily go anywhere and ask, and then so long as you volunteer, they do it. Like you could do it at a butcher's, probably couldn't do it at a tattooist. A tattooist?
I've seen loads of people who get like their tongue split and stuff, and I always
Yeah.
assumed that was like that was
piercings
sort
in
of a
your skull.
tattooy, piercingy parlor kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, the argument is he wasn't prepared if it went wrong. Like he doesn't have the
Okay.
structure, the layout, the tools in case you cut someone's tongue. Because I think I had my tongue pierced when I was younger, and there's like apparently loads of veins in there that could kill you.
Yes.
So it's like if you're cutting someone's tongue down the middle,
Yeah.
maybe that's going to risk that. And then it's like,
Okay.
well, what would you have done? And then it's like, oh, you'd have to rush to hospital. Well, you live X away from hospital. That means they'll die.
You
out.
have to be. So it's
You need to be
it's
prepared.
like you're not allowed to. You're allowed to drive. Everyone's allowed to drive, but you have to have insurance.
Yeah, basically.
Like it's that you have to be prepared for something going wrong.
Yeah, and he needs the tools and how to clot something bad, or
Yeah.
it went terribly wrong when you remove someone's ear. I don't know. But the council was tipped off when they had heard that he removed someone's ears. Hey, that tattooist stole someone's ears. I'm sure Brendan believes he's an artist, Councillor Steve Evans told Sky News in reference to the tattooist Dr. Evil. However, one, he's not qualified to carry out surgical procedures. Two, piercings are what's a surgical procedure? Because a piercing, feels somewhat surgical, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And two, his premises is not fit for or in a proper state to carry out surgical procedures. And three, if something would have gone wrong, Brendan couldn't have dealt with the emergency. So it seems reasonable. But it just seems weird to get a tip off about someone's taking ears. Seems funny. Okay, cool. So now, another little mini segment.
Yeah. People in a waiting room. Audience participation.
Yeah. Seemed less intense than...
Way less intense.
Yeah. There's
I'm
a
not
reason,
sure I like it.
There's a reason for it.
All right.
Because it might go a little bit down. So yeah, had some audience participation this week. It's quite nice. Went and actually did some creative stuff with a friend of mine who's a stand-up comic. He did the course that I did a little while ago, and he's been performing pretty regularly. It's like, I want to get some of you on camera because I think it might make a good segment. Let's see what you think. I find it hilarious.
All right.
But it might not work. So we'll do a short clip first of all.
Started listening to a bit of classical music, when I'm driving along. I don't like it.
This is Chris Dolman. It's just it just makes me laugh. I don't know why. It's funny.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah. So he's got a few little bits. We did a whole bunch. We did like a whole day. Even played around with. We recorded a sketch, something that he'd already written.
Yeah.
Which is going to be my kind of learning how to video edit stuff, trial by fire, and trying to figure. We use like 3 or 4 different cameras, all with different audio stuff. So try and splice them together and kind of make it work. But we played around with a few different things. So we'll see what you think. Now he's not the happiest of people, as you've seen. He is in real life, but his stand-up is very much like that. So he's got an issue with horror films, and we'll go into it. Yeah.
What? Cry at horror films?
He cries at them.
You cry at them? Well, it's... Alright. So I was just thinking of one. Well, have you seen that one? Have you seen that one where there's blood all over the kitchen floor? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I think so.
There's arms and legs chopped up everywhere, scattered about.
Yeah.
Head in the fridge. Cock in the sink. Have you seen that? It's really sad, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
No, because he thought he was going surfing, didn't he? He thought he was going surfing that afternoon and it didn't happen. And he was going to give Susie a ring, wasn't he? He was going to give Susie a ring. And go on a hot date. And I know it would have been a hot date because, like, earlier on they were getting on really well. She was waiting by her phone and he's never called. I think that's really sad.
Yeah, seems, a bit intense.
Yeah.
Intense.
Yeah.
Kind of works.
I like it.
Yeah, well, there's more.
Yeah. Oh.
Have you seen that other one? Have you seen that one where that kid fucks about with a Ouija board? Have you seen that one? He didn't know what he was doing, did he? He didn't know what he was doing. He ends up getting possessed, doesn't he? Do you remember that? He gets possessed. He starts doing horrible things to his mum and dad and his friends. I think that's really sad. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works. I think it works.
Yeah.
For the listeners, you're not missing anything too big apart from he's crying a lot,
Yeah.
which you might be able to hear. But it's one of those things that I find really funny.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, it's got meet with him. How's it going? It's like, yeah. Just started crying at horror films. It's this whole thing. Got one last one from that one.
You doing alright?
This is about the film It.
Yeah. I'm just going to have to stop watching those sort of films, they're too sad. But yeah,
there was one about in that film.
yeah, sorry. It was long as well, wasn't it? It's really long.
He just wanted to be a clown, didn't he?
Just wanted to be funny.
So yeah, that's Chris Dolman.
Yeah.
Podcast. So it came out all right, I think.
Yeah.
Editing wise,
It was really good.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
Not sure how it'll affect the pace of the show, but that's why there's kind of a. That's the end of the audience segment.
Yes.
So yeah, it's the kind of stuff that we kind of want to do, is do a bit more and interacting with other people. If they want to try out little things like that, where you find it entertaining.
Yeah.
No idea whether it works in the podcast, but it was fun to do. And
Yeah,
seemed
man.
to be fun.
If there's people listening that want to do something, let us know. We'll come and do something.
More than game, totally.
Yeah.
Just want to ride the creative wave.
Yeah.
And I started listening to classical music in the car. I don't like it. Just shuts down. Yeah, big love to Chris Dolman.
Yeah. Cheers, Chris.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And yeah, it does. We stand up. That is very much like his stand up.
Yeah.
So like everyone's like, "Oh, welcome to stage, Chris."
Yeah.
It's good. What?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, that's me this week.
Well,
This week one.
yeah. So I couldn't put together a scum because the website I use to collate all that information died. And to be honest, I've got a couple of articles, but compared to that, they're shit. So I'm not even sure if I want to do them.
All right.
I can, I mean, I can go into them, but I always don't want to bother now. Like that seemed like a good climax.
Yeah. You'd be weird in a job interview, Steve.
Why?
Hi, I'm prepared, but I just don't know whether it's worth it.
I'm better than that in a job interview.
Yeah.
I know it's worth it most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can finish there if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you. Up to you.
Yeah. No, kill it because my stuff's like...
It's tough to follow Chris Dolman.
Yeah. No, just let me double check.
Yeah.
Because... kill time.
But yeah, it was a fun process. Neither of us really knew what we were doing.
No.
Like, let's just.
Well,
try
there was the airport one.
the shooting one.
You
He
did
shot
that.
himself.
No. The one
Landing
getting
Edinburgh.
lost in Dusseldorf in
Right.
Edinburgh. Yeah. No. So that's gone.
Okay.
I'll do this one.
All right.
This is it's a pretty ad hoc way to end. Forget
Is this a scum?
No.
No.
No scum.
Oh well, let's put it anyway because I think it's.
Steve's collection of useless meanderings. Scum.
I couldn't hold on to it for another week.
You know what? I've got 3 that I left out of a scum last week because
There
they
you go.
weren't as good. So it's going to be a mediocre one with my face on it.
Good.
Dogs love humans at least as much as they love food. 20% love us even more.
How do you measure the love of a dog?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
I did look into this briefly.
Yeah.
A while ago, and they were saying that there's a few
Did you just ask your dog? Me?
what is love?
Is it me or food?
There's apparently a thing where some people think it's when you. Some people think that it's when you yawn, the dog yawns.
Right.
That's love. Other people said there's a dog somewhere yawning, heartbroken. Isn't it? And the other one is apparently when you feed them, they come to you afterwards to be like, cheers. Whereas some dogs will like eat and then go away. Apparently that's the only medium that I've been told is quite good. Is like if the dog likes you and there's a bond, they'll eat the food, recognize that you gave them the food, and will come over to you to like chill out for a bit
Oh, that's
afterwards.
Cool. Yeah.
So I don't know how you measure 20% of that.
Yeah, no, I can't. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah,
maybe
weird.
maybe it is a choice thing. Do you want to come to me or do you want to
Maybe.
go to the food?
Yeah, but is that love or is that just necessity? Don't know.
I don't know.
Weird.
Of the 5,000 species or so of mammals on the planet, only female humans have permanent breasts.
My brain did a double take there.
Yeah, but I think it was like, do they just fall off?
Yeah,
but no,
temporary
it's the when
breasts.
they maintain shape.
Right.
So with most mammals, when there's no milk, when they haven't got offspring, they just
Fold
shrink back
right.
to their up to their chest.
Right. Fair enough. Kind of makes sense, but they're there before, aren't they? Or is it just like as soon as they've given birth, then or when they're pregnant, they start to grow?
Yeah,
Think of like a cow. Is that a breast? I don't know. It's not. Is it? It's an udder.
I would class that as a. Is that not a breast?
A cow's udder
Yeah.
could be with multiple nipples.
Yeah, but dogs have like 6 nipples. It depends how many children you can have.
Dogs have 6 nipples, but they don't have 6 breasts,
No,
and they don't have one breast. They've got like a stomach, like a belly with nipples.
Well, that would be where the breasts are,
6
where
of them.
grow,
Right.
where they. Yeah.
And yeah, I think when dogs are pregnant, you get
There's
lumps,
yeah.
breasts there,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Women are not as
But
efficient as dogs. Is
Well,
that
I think it's because we are one of the only. Well, we're probably the only animals who see
Wonder
breasts
bras.
as a signifier of fertility or as suitability as a mate.
Yeah, I guess so. Most animals probably use smell.
Yeah. Or whether the other thing is dead or not.
Yeah.
And the last one. People used to gather around paintings at well-to-do parties, identifying hard-to-spot things for fun. A game that was essentially I Spy, but for the wealthy and educated. What twats.
Yeah. Let's go stand by this painting.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see a fish.
Yeah. I'm so... Yeah. Just... Yeah, like, you go with, like, the Lowry paintings where there's just, like, loads of little, like, stick men and stuff and be like, I can see a man with a hat. Can you see a man with a hat?
Meanwhile, everyone outside is starving to death.
Yeah.
Is it a bugle or is it a shepherd?
Yes, we have such point-filled lives.
Yeah. Why don't they do it by the window? Yeah, there's more stuff out there. It works. It's more live. Maybe that was too much.
Yeah, well, you do, well, because the things move out there, so you need to give everybody the same amount of time to spot the thing. And if it goes away, that's not fair.
Come look at my painting.
Yeah,
It's like the first version of Pictionary. Look at this picture, and that's it. And then after a while, people are like, we'll draw our own. It's like, no, you can't draw paintings, so just do that.
Yeah,
And then life was simpler back then.
yeah. Yeah. All right, I'll do one of these.
All right. Yeah,
Just winging it this week.
yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Wally is a 4.5 foot long emotional support alligator with razor sharp teeth who likes to make new friends.
Why? Why?
Wally belongs to Joey Henney, host of Joey Henney's Outdoors and Hunting and Fishing, a hunting and fishing show that ran from 1989 to 2000 on ESPN Outdoors, Fox, and other outlets. Henney recently took Wally on a leash to the
Don't worry, he's got a leash.
to the Glatfelter Community Centre at Spenkle Drive, an assisted living development north of York, Pennsylvania. And he told them that his gator had never bitten anyone and is afraid of cats. I'm sure he is.
Programmed fear into this crocodile. No, it's fine.
He's just like a dog, Henny told her. No, he isn't. He wants to be loved and petted. No, he doesn't.
Okay.
It's a reptile. They don't have that loving and petting thing.
Hang on. Did I miss something?
Gone.
Is this crocodile a robot?
No. It's a real...
So my brain just went, you said Wall-E. I was like, well, obviously it's a robot.
Wally?
Wally.
Wally.
I was like, robot.
No.
But it's a robot crocodile with razor-sharp teeth.
Wally-
Why have you built this weird robot crocodile? Okay, right. We're back. Oh, this happened too many times now.
Wally,
I reckon it's the
the
medication.
emotional support alligator.
Yeah, right. Okay. Right.
Just like a dog. No, he's not.
Yeah.
Henny said Wally is still a wild animal and you have to be careful around him, but he became a part of the household.
All right.
I just... they aren't for everyone, he said, but what can I say? I'm not normal. No, you're not.
Not for everyone, but they're for me. Okay,
Yeah.
well then don't introduce them to everyone, please.
Lives in a pond in his back garden, loves to watch TV and lay down on the couch. His diet includes chickens and frozen rats. Wally, the emotional support alligator. There's nothing more on that. I just thought it was fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'd quite like it. It's a good for emotional support animals. I think they should reach out into more stuff.
I'm not buying that. This is more idiots trying to get stuff on planes.
Right,
Like
maybe.
there's going to be way more. There's going to be way more plane news with Wally in the fucking headlines.
Yeah, but if it helps going to the shops, I mean, I saw
At
an
least an
emotional.
octopus isn't going to harm someone else. It's going to
Might
raise
do.
questions, but like it's not going to force people to land a plane.
Well, to be fair, I think I saw an emotional support dog in a Tesco recently, and
but
I
it's a
didn't
dog.
understand why. Like, but the owners were like, "Why have you got this emotional support dog?" It was like a father with a small child. It's like maybe the child just needs some kind of support like that. It's like I don't understand. And the emotional support dog is like chewing the items on the shelves, so it doesn't feel like it's like a specifically trained dog.
Yeah.
So I guess if it was an alligator, it would be more of an issue.
The thing is, it's just it's a load of bollocks. Like this, I agree. It's necessary in some cases. There are people who have like autism and stuff like that, where they'll need something to latch onto in public in stressful spaces. Totally understand that on planes, everything. But it's all just turned into this weird thing where it's just like, it's like getting a pot card in California. You're not stressed. You're not depressed. You can sleep. You just want weed.
Yeah.
You just want to bring your alligator onto the plane. Like,
Yeah.
it's just big, and
It's
they
more aerodynamic.
yeah. Is that alligator naked? Yeah. Like, and you get all these stupid things in the headlines now, which is people outraged that their emotional support chipmunk has not been allowed on the plane. Like, and it's every week is a different fucking animal. My emotional support turkey, that was a legitimate thing. Emotional support turkey not allowed on a plane, and now it's a fucking alligator.
I think I saw there was a couple of. I think I cut them from my news articles a while ago, in the last couple of weeks. But there was like an emotional support dog who bit a child in the face, like waiting for the plane.
Very supportive.
That was like, you can't come on this plane, and the owner was outraged.
Oh,
there was.
That's a felony.
Yeah. You should go to prison.
Yeah,
you can't take a dog that is known
this
to
is
bite
my
children.
emotional support murderer.
And there was another one where the emotional support dog took a shit in the airport, and they were like, "Well, you know, you can't do that."
A naked man could fall in that.
Yeah, well, it's like, well, what do you want them to do?
Yeah.
It is an animal, even if it is the best trained animal in the world, it still needs to shit.
Yeah.
And if you need to be at the airport 2 hours before, and if the flight is 7 hours long, and then getting out is another 2 hours, you want them to train in different levels of air pressure, how their colon activates. It's an animal. People vomit in airports. Chill out.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, therapy animals are a strange one. It'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Yeah.
It's only going to escalate until something bad happens.
Like an alligator.
Yeah.
That's something bad happening.
I took my therapy hippo onto a plane. Planes can't take off anymore. Yeah, fair play. So yeah.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah, that's good. I got through my stress at the end of not wanting to read.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know what it is, whether it's just what I enjoy listening to and how it was, but I wouldn't edit any of that.
No, I think it's
even if it wasn't on video. I think you'd be like, you could, but it's like, we're not there's no information.
No,
we're not like breaking news or teaching anything, so it's not like it needs to be condensed.
It doesn't have to be a polished performance as long as it's listenable.
Yeah,
like if you go to like an improv troupe, that's not perfect.
Yeah,
there's nothing perfect about it. That's the point.
But I think for me, it's I like hear like one of my favorite podcast experiences was, I think, Frankie Boyle and Glenn Wald started a podcast miniseries, and it was just nice to hear these comedians kind of behind closed doors when they're not on stage, and just hearing it, and it's just as if you're in the room with them, and nobody's perfect, and you kind of enjoy the imperfections. So it's real. It's true. What I've been talking about, weird films not being true. You can't get more true than this is just what happened.
Yeah.
But I think it probably depends on the type of podcast you listen to. And again, do whatever you want to achieve your art. This is our art.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of people that shit on the it's too weird, just two guys talking kind of podcast. But it's just like, well, I don't care. I did feel dirty earlier on this week, like trying to do the Twitter thing on whenever it was, we were doing something. I started like doing the whole follow them and they'll follow us back and find these things to like get followers. And it's just a weird feeling of selling your soul, because then suddenly I was following like 30 wrestling podcasts that are just like fans of wrestling, 30 like New Jersey podcasts about the Jets, and you're like, this is what? And then it was, we've got like hundreds of followers now. It's like, but I don't want, none of them are reading their Twitter because they've got thousands of. Yeah.
How do you use Twitter when you've got 10,000 people you're following and all their feed is just and all of it is just retweeting stuff like this, and we'll follow you back. It's like, I guess followers is important, I guess, but it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
So it's like
the
kind
Rock.
of restarted.
The Rock follows like 20 people.
Yeah. But that means he can use Twitter to keep up to date with stuff. And I've never really used Twitter to do that, but I definitely am disturbed when my Twitter feed is all these things trying to promote how to get new followers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't care. It's like, all the sports podcasts follow this. Like, okay, but I don't care about that anymore. So I think I've stopped at I think we've got 170 followers. And I've gone through it and been like, most of these are okay. Because podcasts I like. But when it's like NBA podcasts, it's like, there's nothing that I want to be kept up to date with on that, unfortunately.
You're not getting anything from that.
Yeah, so it's like, there's a lot of podcasts that we do like to do and manage to talk to some people and, get some kind of communication going between some podcasts, which is fun. But definitely felt a bit dirty being like, I'm getting all these followers and now I have to follow them back and it's all like Gangland LA. You're like, well, who, I don't care. I'm not following you. You can follow me if you like, but you won't enjoy it. So just
Has anyone got a baby?
So it's fun-ish. It's sucking me in a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
But be interesting to see if I turn into someone else. Following people, I don't know. Anyway, so the Pulling Teeth, I forgot our name.
Yeah.
Pulling Teeth podcast Twitter account is at Pulling Teeth Pod. If you haven't already, give us a follow. We'll follow you back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then my soul will die. If it's a real person, I don't mind.
Yeah. We'll follow real people.
Yeah.
But you got to make the first move.
Yeah. Well, I'm actively trying to seek out some stuff. We've also got the Pulling Teeth podcast Facebook page, my own Twitter account, which is at Nick Snip, which I'm finding it difficult to manage one. So best to get me is at Pulling Teeth Pod.
Yep. I'm at Sing It Steve, still dead in the water.
Still just no.
Yeah.
Instagram is something I think we might start doing a bit more of.
I'm more active on Instagram. That's at Sing It Steve as well.
Yeah, I'm still just not that. But if you think about me when I was 20, Instagram would have made perfect sense for me. I was taking
a camera
so many photos
everywhere.
Yeah. My whole thing was like my Facebook photos when you could only have 60. I had like loads of albums.
Yeah.
I think it's just I just buried myself away from social media for a while and society. And now it's just slowly coming back out, so maybe can do something. I don't know. But yeah, we'll try and get on Instagram because it's another thing that we haven't really got. And so there's some more creative stuff. Try and do some more. Yeah. As we do. It'll be fun.
More from Chris, more from everyone.
Yeah. Anybody wants to do anything, we're more than it. Like I said, we've already started with a sketch. Yeah. So just anything. It's all for fun. So piss about with some stuff.
Yeah. All right. That's 129. We're wisdom at pullingteethpodcast.com.
Yes. Email us. We've had a few. None this week. Yeah. Are we 130?
What?
Are we 130 or are we 129? I think this is 130.
Yeah. Oh, did I say the wrong number?
Yeah.
We don't edit. All right. Fucking peace.
Goddamn peace.
All right, great. See you next week.
We don't edit.
Yeah, no, that was 1:30. I'm Steve. He's Nick. I'll see you next week.
We got through it.
Oh, I haven't even got the fucking thing. Like, this is a disaster.
What a time. What a time to be alive.
Bye. Fucking hell.
Why do people edit?
That was more of a shit show than it's been in a while.
I think it'll work.
It's fun.
Yeah. Especially because we're talking about how we don't edit anything.
Yeah.